garbage, you flyboy!
This is a rebellion, isn't it?
I call it aggressive negotiations.
The garbage will do!
Hi, and welcome to this week's Trash Compactor podcast, Star Wars from a Certain Point of View. I'm Emcee.
I'm Sarah.
And this is the second time we are doing the Shipping Yard, where we talk about different pairings in the Star Wars galaxy. So last time we talked about two male characters from a cartoon series, so we thought we'd switch it up a bit and talk about a girl and a guy from one of the movies. We are going to be talking about Finn and Rose from the sequel trilogy. So, I ship them.
I ship them too. They're not my first choice of shipping, but I definitely ship them.
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about this a little bit in our shipping episode, that for me, they're at that Leia and Han level where it's, like, basically canon, so I don't explore it, like, too much, because I like to be, like, super creative and go deeper than what we see in canon. Mm-hmm. But I love them. I want to protect them. And I think that we should just talk about, like, their relationship, which is, I think, fairly easy for us to do, because so far we've only really had, like, one thing where it happens in.
Right, and not even a huge amount of that.
Yeah, it's a subplot within...
A subplot of a subplot?
Yeah, within one movie.
Right.
But, so, Rose and Finn meet in The Last Jedi, and Rose is enamored of Finn.
Well, no, Rose whacks Finn upside the head.
Well, she was very hero worshipy of him first. Like, she thought, like, he was pretty cool. And then she realized it's like, oh, you're actually, like, being a jerk ass and running away. Well, my sister just died, so I'm gonna zap you.
I love their meeting.
Their meeting is so great.
I really do. And then her tugging him along on the sluggy
yeah.
thing.
It's like
I can't
a
think
skiff.
of the word. Yeah, it's adorable.
It is. This is the first time that we meet Rose as a character, so I think it really establishes who she is. And it does set up their relationship, that it's cute, because her going so quickly from hero worshipping to dragging him along while he's paralyzed from being shocked is really cute. And it sets up an interesting dynamic for them for the rest of the movie, for moving their characters along. Because really, so much of the building of their relationship is their character arc throughout The Last Jedi.
Yeah, and they each kind of have their own character arc next to each other.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I even said that well, but their character arcs aren't the same.
Yeah.
They overlap slightly and happen to intertwine a bit.
They go on their own character journeys.
Together.
Yes. Yeah, which is what I think makes their relationship so beautiful, that they do complement each other and do help each other out, but they are distinctly different in their goals.
Yep.
She is not there just to prop Finn up.
Or just to be a love interest.
Yeah.
Or she is her own character.
I know a lot of people, a lot of detractors, don't like that she kissed him at the end of the movie. They said, oh, it comes out of nowhere. You know, like, why did this happen? Finn was obviously, like, really into Rey.
Alright, so I agree that it came out of nowhere. But it came out of nowhere in the whole, oh, hey, I'm not dead.
Yeah. I would disagree that it came out of nowhere, because I feel like we got as much time establishing them as, not as a couple, but as two characters that have a relationship with each other, as we did with Leia and Han.
Okay, that's fair.
Because if you think about Leia and Han, they did not have, I'd say, much interaction in A New Hope. They did have some, and their big romance in Empire Strikes Back starts, like, halfway through.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I never even thought of it that way, but yeah.
So I think that paired with the fact that, oh my god, I'm not dead, and you're a really cute guy that I've had this journey with.
And you saved my life.
and you saved my life.
And I saved your life.
Yeah, there was a lot of life saving going on.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense, and I would be really sad if when the Rise of Skywalker comes out, if they're not in some sort of relationship.
Or at least close friendship.
Yeah. I think they need to acknowledge what happened in the previous movie.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And I would be thrilled to bits if Rise of Skywalker happens and they are in a relationship.
Yeah.
Absolutely thrilled. But I'd also be just as happy if they went, so remember that kiss? Yeah, okay, it was a mistake, let's be friends again.
Okay, yeah.
And just let it be over and done with. Because adrenaline can do a lot of things to you.
I think I would prefer the relationship. It doesn't need to be the focal point of their characters in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because we already did get a movie building up their relationship. And if I think Rise of Skywalker is supposed to take place a year or two after The Last Jedi. And if that's the case, then considering how we left it with them in The Last Jedi, then I would accept. It's like, okay, 2 years have passed and like their relationship has developed to the point where we can acknowledge that they're together, but not have it be the center point of what's going on with them.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. And I would be good with that.
Yeah. Yeah, outside of the movies, they really have not addressed any of that in the ancillary media. Of course, we don't have a lot of ancillary media set between The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. So far, I think the only thing that's really come out featuring those characters is the comic book, the miniseries that they're doing, Allegiance.
Right.
And they're not in the same place right now.
No.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, Rose has just left Mon Cala, and Finn is on a mission with Poe.
Right. So I guess their reunion will happen at some point soon?
I would assume, because it's only a 4-part miniseries, so...
Yeah, so it's either it's going to happen or it's not.
Yeah.
And I know that was a terrible sentence, but...
But I understand what you're saying. And we'll probably get some more in Resistance Reborn.
Right, which is out soon.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying for the date this time. We screwed that up once already.
Yeah, and the last time I screwed it up, I got it confused with when Disney Plus is coming out.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's coming out at some point soon.
It's coming out early November, so this is going... Do you know what? I think it's going up the same week that this is coming out.
Oh, awesome.
Peek behind the curtain, we're actually recording this about 2 weeks before it's going to go up.
Don't give away all our secrets.
I think people know we don't do this live.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, but yeah, so possibly by the time this airs, we will be getting our copies of it, because that's definitely going to be a book that I'm getting the day it comes out.
Yep, me too.
Because movie coming soon. Need to know everything before we go in, except things that actually happen in the movie. Don't tell me that.
Less than 2 months.
Less than 2 months, yeah. So,
all right, but back to Finn and Rose.
But back to Finn and Rose. I think they're really cute. I know I've said that before, but I like them. I am Reylo trash, so most of the stuff I read is Reylo centered, but I like when they are a couple that occur within the story as well. And if they're a couple that receives some storyline along with it, then awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, that is something that I try to do in my story. They are a couple in my fic, and I have tried to, well, Rey and Ben are certainly more of a focal point. I have tried to give them their own plot going on. Though weirdly enough, I write more about Rose and Ben interacting.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's an interesting relationship there, but
well,
we're
yeah,
not getting
but
into
that's a complete other episode.
Right.
But yeah,
so,
no,
yeah, I'd like to see more of Finn and Rose.
I want to see more of Finn and Rose. I think I would like to see more of their characters separately. I want to see more of them together. I think after The Rise of Skywalker comes out, and suddenly the sequel characters are not bound by the movies they're in,
get a lot more stuff.
I'm very intrigued for that time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do think that with the Skywalker saga, they've been playing everything very close to the vest, to not spoil anything with the movies. But once they're finished with those, then suddenly the entire universe opens up, and these two characters will be something that I think they'll want to focus on, because why wouldn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, no.
Do we have anything else on Finn and Rose to say?
Write more stuff about them, and come out with more fan art of them, because I don't see nearly enough.
Oh, yes. More fan art would be awesome.
Yes, definitely.
Cool.
If any of our listeners have any ships they would like us to talk about, please, shoot us a message on Twitter at SW Trash Podcast, or at our individual Twitters. I'm at MC Frodis. That's EMCEEFRODIS.
And I'm at Murnell, MIRNELL.
And you can also go to thetrashcompactorpodcast.com, or find us on Facebook, Tumblr, YouTube, everything. And we're the Trash Compactor Podcast. So on that note, may the force be with you.
Always.